With limited armed forces, the United States has previously admitted the possibility of deploying peacekeepers to Ukraine to monitor a truce, but stated that American troops would not participate in such mission. On the other hand, French President Emmanuel Macron revealed the results of the emergency summit in Paris and reported on his conversation with US President Trump and President Zelenskyy. Macron noted that after meeting with leaders of the European states and the EU leadership, which he convened in Paris, he had separate conversation with Trump and Zelenskyy. Quote, "We want a strong and lasting peace in Ukraine. To achieve this, Russia must stop its aggression, and this must be accompanied by strong, reliable security guarantees. Otherwise, there is a great risk. What is this truce will end? The Minsk agreements." He says that they will work on this together with all European allies. This is the key. He continues that the leaders are convinced that Europe should invest more in defense and increase competitiveness for the needs of the present and the future. However, not all European countries are ready to send troops to Ukraine. Alongside the United Kingdom and Great Britain, Poland did not support this idea. Denmark's Mette Frederiksen says that many things needed to be clarified before troops can be sent to Ukraine. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said that after the meetings that any debate on peacekeepers for Ukraine was completely premature and highly inappropriate while the war continued. Germany opposes the potential deployment of a peacekeeping mission in Ukraine involving European countries if the US does not participate. A German government told AFP, quote, "We will not participate in scenarios in which European and American security policies diverge. For example, if European soldiers are deployed without full US involvement." The United States has previously publicly admitted the possibility of deploying peacekeepers to Ukraine to monitor a truce, but has stated that American troops will not participate in such mission. At the same time, Baltic countries are ready to commit troops for Ukraine. Lithuanian Foreign Minister Kęstutis Budrys believes that after the war in Ukraine ends, it may be necessary to send hundreds of thousands of soldiers to deter Russia from aggression in the future. According to him, even if negotiations between Russia and Ukraine take place, decisions might be made to prevent Russian aggression in the future, and one of them is sending troops from European states. At the same time, he calls the fact that European countries are ready to discussing this out an achievement. Speaking about a possible peace or truce, Budrys noted that he does not believe that Russia will adhere to an agreement. Meanwhile, negotiations between the US and Russian delegations have begun in Saudi Arabia. The parties in Saudi Arabia will discuss economic cooperation and the settlement of the war. Negotiations are attended by the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, US National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, US Envoy Steve Witkoff, as well as Saudi Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farman Al Saud and Saudi National Security Advisor Mohammed bin Mohammed Al Ban. The goal of the talks is to set a date for Trump-Putin to meet before the start of the holy month of Ramadan in March. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy says that he was unaware of the Saudi meeting and expressed concerns that the plan was developed outside the Ukraine's control. He had previously said that Kyiv would never agree to deals made behind Ukrainian backs. Also, a Ukrainian official told Politico that the news of the Saudi talks came as a surprise to Kyiv and there are no plans to send Ukrainian delegation at this time. US President Trump himself said on Thursday that a summit with Putin in a Gulf country would take place soon, and he said Ukrainians would attend this. Saudi Arabia has invited representatives from the US, Russia and Ukraine to meeting in Riyadh. The source says that talks will be convened by the Saudi National Security Advisor Mossad Al-Iban. He is close to the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and has been represented in talks with Iran, as well as with Washington on a defense and strategic cooperation agreement and the prospect of normalizing relations with Israel. It is unclear what role Special Representative for Ukraine and Russia Kit Kellogg will play in this regard. However, General Kellogg will visit Ukraine this week and will meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. That's all for today. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, stay with us on YouTube, and glory to Ukraine!